Cullum Bunn wrote, "In times of crisis, different people react in different ways. Some might try to escape. Others might attempt to batten down the hatches and ride out the storm in a safe haven." In North Carolina's Inner Banks, on the Pamlico River, there is a phoenix rising from the ash of history to help female veterans through the struggles of transition and reintegration. The mythical Greek bird rose from the ashes of its own fiery death to face renewal. And like the phoenix, the Rose Haven Center of Healing offers female veterans a safe haven, a place for renewal and temporary refuge from life's sudden squalls, or perhaps sanctuary from the daily or frequent effects of trauma. The center provides a safe place surrounded by the healing balm of nature to grow a sense of community for female veterans who are often isolated.
Oh, hi. My name is Robert Green-Sands. I'm the CEO of Pamlico Rose Institute. We're a 501c3 Washington, North Carolina-based nonprofit, and our mission, our mission is to advance wellness and resilience building programs for female veterans. About 3 blocks that way is the Pamlico River. About 50 miles that way is the Atlantic Ocean. I chose to say hello to you to start this video this way because basically we're always like this. We're building a center of healing for female veterans in Washington's historic district. And there's a lot of work going on, a lot of volunteer work. And basically, if I'd showed up in a suit, I wouldn't be true to myself or our mission. I felt that this was a really good way for you to see what we're doing and for you to really understand the amount of work and effort that's going into building this center of healing for female veterans. And for the next 5 or 6 minutes, we're going to take you on a tour. And as we provide you our tour, you'll understand better how 1892 rustic farmhouse and half a neighborhood block of healing gardens and an old rusty pole barn in the back can come together and make a vibrant community addressing female veterans and their needs. So now that I've introduced myself and given you a little background about what we're doing here, let me give you a tour of the grounds and the house and show you where we're going.
Our focus is to help female veterans overcome the effects of trauma, such as anxiety, stress, and addiction, and ease the struggle of the post-military service transition to civilian life, including social and community reintegration. This integrated approach, called Total Life Fitness, helps build wellness and resilience by working across mind, body, and spirit. Total Life Fitness involves meaningful and persistent attention to daily activities and events, such as healthy eating and cooking, yoga, gardening, creative expression, and movement through nature. Living Fit also utilizes behavioral skills such as anxiety management, mindfulness, interpersonal skills to build community, and self-transcendence. All of this helps level the rocky road of reintegration. Our Rose Haven Center of Healing is the anchor of 2 Total Life Fitness programs. The first is 3 and 4 day reintegration retreats that are open to all female veterans at no cost. The retreats introduce the concepts and behavioral and social skills of Total Life Fitness and feature activities that can provide a pathway to wellness and building resilience. The retreats also bring female veterans together. Our first retreat was in October of 2019, and we already have 2 scheduled for early 2020. A retreat March 6th through 8th and an art-themed retreat April 3rd through 5th. The second program is a 3-month reintegration and resilience residential experience concentrating on Total Life Fitness for female veterans in recovery from substance abuse. This program will alternate with retreats and start with the completion of the farmhouse.
Let's go on a walkabout and explore the Center of Healing to see how it is already supporting our efforts to help female veterans. First, the farmhouse. It is at least 128 years old and is by far the oldest house in the neighborhood. The first owner was an African-American woman, and for more than a century, our Haven House provided affordable housing for those less fortunate. The arbor up ahead is an entrance to Rosehaven's Betty Ann Sands Memorial Healing and Artful Gardens. More than a mouthful, I know. Watch your head as you walk through. A theme woven through Total Life Fitness is the importance of actively engaging nature to reduce anxiety and encourage mindfulness. Gardens and gardening help pull that thread at Rosehaven. The seed is our raised bed garden. A wide pathway and an 8 raised bed area make gardening an opportunity for people of all abilities. In fact, as you will see, most of the healing gardens are wheelchair accessible. Residents and local veterans and community members plant, maintain, and harvest the produce, with much of it going to feed those in need. We cross our first bridge to move from the seed to our blueberry patch at Iris Lane. Another unique perspective offered by our gardens is the physical metaphors that help define components of the gardens. For instance, in recovery or in healing, there are bridges that help you cross great divides, arbors or portals that signify passage from one stage to the next. And there is not a single straight line from one point to another in our gardens. We love waves, undulations, and walkways and paths that never take shortcuts. On the left, we are building a large garden labyrinth. In the labyrinth, you follow a curving pathway that winds to the center and then back again. Walking the labyrinth path is meditative, mindful, and a transcendental journey, and can reduce stress and anxiety at the same time. On the right is our council ring with a fire pit at the center, and of course, a portal to pass through. The ring was an ancient Native American gathering place where the fire inspired storytelling under the cloak of darkness. The ring has already brought veterans together. The undulating ring isn't a perfect circle, not even close. People who sit around our ring find life uneven, and shared community of equals life-saving. Next, we find ourselves in the artful garden space. Gardening and making art inspire self-expression and healing. The art products and the colors, the textures, and the scents of the flower and plants provide creative backdrop for an artist and the admirer. We partnered with our community arts program, Arts of the Pamlico, to start a veteran art program and provided the local Disabled American Veterans chapter opportunity for expression. Our retreat participants make art in the gardens, and we remember them in plants and symbols. Finally, we cross our bridge over a river of rocks. There's over 30 tons of rock in the garden. When it rains, it deluges, so we mapped where the runoff went and built bioswales to move the water from one place to another without eroding or damaging the gardens. On the other side is our meditation space, the most iconic and truly representational symbol we have of who we are and our mission is the Tree of Life. This pecan tree was felled by a hurricane 5 years ago, but managed to survive and now grows defiantly and horizontally. Every year it has grown stronger from its damaged but adapted root bulb to its own luscious green canopy, an expression of resilient life in the summer. I cannot think of a better story to capture the soul of Rosehaven. Can you?
Maya Angelou's famous prose ring true for those weathering metaphorical storms. In her words, she proclaimed, "Just like moons and like suns, with certainty of tides, just like hopes springing high, still I'll rise."
Hi. You can see I do have good clothes. Thank you for stopping by and taking the time to learn about Rosehaven Center of Healing and our mission. We really appreciate it. People ask me all the time, when are you going to get done? Maybe they're referring to the house rehabilitation, which will be done this year in 2020. Maybe they're referring to the gardens, or maybe they're referring to the barn, or maybe just the center as a whole. And I often tell them, we're never going to get done. Rosehaven is a mission that will always go on. It will endure. The house may be done, and it will be done in 2020. We'll run programs out of there for retreats in the residential program. The infrastructure in the gardens will be done, but we'll still keep planning, and the cycle of life keeps going. New things will bloom. Our garden labyrinth, our produce gardens, our classes to teach gardening to others. The barn will always hold missions, or a woodworking mission perhaps, but we'll never be done. Thank you so much again for stopping by. You can check out what we're doing and our classes and our retreats on our Facebook page, our website, our Instagram, and our Twitter feed. Or you can email us. We're glad to fill you in with more information to tell you when the next retreat is, or when our residential program starts, or perhaps when the produce garden will be needing volunteers. And again, thank you for caring.